Hello, I am Kirti Tiwari, Professor of English, again meeting you with the third part of my lecture on immediate constituent analysis, which is limitations of immediate constituent analysis. To understand this clearly, please go through my video lectures on immediate constituents and immediate constituent analysis, and would also request you to watch my lectures on syntax because it is related to that also. Then only you will understand each and every term used in this presentation. The immediate constituent analysis, as I have explained very elaborately in my previous lecture on the same topic, it's a process of analyzing sentences in terms of their immediate constituents, and for this sentences are split into two. First in layers, first subject and predicate, and then if they are made up of phrases, again segmented into two, and this process continues till the smallest meaningful units, that are morphemes, are arrived at, which are also known as ultimate constituents because they cannot be divided further. No doubt this analysis makes the structure of sentence very clear, particularly to the beginners and all. But as we know, language is a complex phenomena and it sometimes becomes difficult to analyze it on the rules laid down for immediate constituent analysis. So these limitations or shortcomings of IC analysis we are going to discuss in this lecture. So first of all, as I said, language is a complex phenomena. Its creativity and every time forming sentences in new way is the attribute of human language. So all the structures do not have proper grammatical form. So when a sentence doesn't have proper grammatical form, it cannot be analyzed in terms of their constituents following the IC analysis or phrase structure rules. Say for instance, here is a sentence, his car is bigger than mine. Generally in IC analysis we just divide the sentences into subject and predicate, and further we divide the phrases, noun phrases or verb phrases or preposition phrases further into their constituents. But here the element which is ER, this is not covered by IC analysis. So in order to analyze this sentence, we will have to break it into three parts. We can't analyze it as a single sentence. So we will have to say his car is bigger, he has a car, and my car is small. Then only three you can say divisions we will have to make. Then there are some sentences whose meaning are not clear, and therefore again it becomes difficult to segment them or split them into well-known subject and predicate type of division. So for instance, take the sentence time flies. This is a full sentence because you have subject and you have verb. But here time and flies both could be noun as well as verbs. For instance, time is flying. Here time is noun and flies is the verb. So it conveys the meaning that time is flying means time is moving very fast. Second connotation or the meaning that comes out is, if you take time as verb, consider time as verb, then time the flies means here time means measuring or scheduling the speed, duration or pace of an event. So for such constructions we will have to give clear labeling. Then there are sentences whose structures actually are similar, but they convey different meaning. So a very common example given everywhere is, Robert is easy to flatter and Robert is eager to flatter. The analysis would be the same, but the meaning will not be the same. So IC analysis fails to explain such sentences. The only way to explain it is to break them into two sentences. So this can be done as follows, that it is easy, someone flatters Robert. And then Robert is eager, he wants to flatter is the IC analysis of the second sentence. So instead of one, we'll have to frame two sentences to do the IC analysis. Sometimes immediate constituents overlap and so it becomes difficult to split them. Take the following sentence. Sarita has no interest in or taste for music. So this sentence means to say that Sarita has no interest in music and she has no taste for music also. So word no applies both to interest as well as taste. This becomes difficult to show in IC analysis. IC analysis also fails to show elements that are, you can say, anticipated or understood or unstated in a sentence. Say for instance, this imperative sentence, open the door. Now, meaning is clear, but who is being addressed? So, you is missing here. So, there is no way of showing this in IC analysis. Then there are three other types of sentences that are also not possible in IC analysis. These sentences are, as you can see on the slide, interrogative ones, active and passive ones, and negative ones. So, who does not love his country? Or everyone loves his country, or everybody loves his country. The meaning obviously is the same, but we will have to consider them as two different sentences to analyze. Similarly, the cat killed the mouse, or the mouse was killed by the cat. Active and passive voice. Meaning is same. It is cat who killed and it is the mouse who is killed. But again, it is not possible to do its IC analysis. Nobody gave the right answer. There was none who gave the right answer. So such sentences also poses problem. Grammarians and linguists have realized these limitations of IC analysis. So they have presented another model of grammar, which is transformational grammar, to fully explain the structure of sentences. So when they fail to analyze them in phrase structure grammar, they go to transformational grammar. So this is all about immediate constituent analysis. Thank you.